name is Allan Thornton. I'm a student in the BAS program in Organizational Management and Public Safety. I want to tell you a little bit about myself today. Just kind of go over some things about myself, 5 questions that I think would be asked on the interview that would really explain kind of my career goals and everything else. Those questions would be a little bit about myself, my education, my work history, my career goals, and then just a closing statement kind of to wrap everything up. First, a little bit about myself. I am the oldest of 3 children. I'm in my 40s. I'm a little bit older student. Coming back to school, finished up my AA this past summer. Finished with a decent GPA, 3.26. Made the Dean's List my last 2 semesters. Proud of those facts. Kind of working hard, work full-time, go to school full-time, full-time dad, full-time husband, very involved in my home church. I have a lot of things going, but I just keep going because that's what we do. It's part of being a leader is you go even when it seems like it's harder to go. It's just almost impossible sometimes that you go. But I'm, as I said, a student with the BAS program. I got my diploma in 1991. I was a high school dropout. Needed to work to help my family. Didn't drop out for reasons that a lot of folks would. I had a reason. My dad was sick, couldn't work. My mom was struggling, so I dropped out my senior year so I could help her. I ended up getting my diploma about 6 months earlier than I would if I had stayed in school. A couple years later, started college in '93. I went from '93 to '94 at Santa Fe and Stark, or the Andrews Center. And after that, I got sick in '94, had to drop out of college. Had a dream of always coming back, didn't know if I'd ever make it. 2014, opportunity arose, and the job that I have, that opportunity came about so that I could go back, because I had to go back. It wasn't that it was something I just did because I wanted to. I had to have a degree for the work I have, the position I have. So in going back, it also allowed me to relive that dream and finally complete that dream. I finished up my AA, as I said, in the summer. Started straight into the BAS program. I'm going to work hard, do everything I can to try to get this done in as quick of a time frame as I can, getting everything I can out of it. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the training, the teaching, a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing and reading in the books and stuff that I've applied over my life. Part of my work history, going on to my next question, part of my work history is I've been in management. I've been in leadership roles. Started at the age of 17 with Winn-Dixie years ago and worked my way up through there. I was in the management training program with them. Eventually leaving there, going to school, going back there in '95. And in '95 I got put back in the manager training program. And when I was in the program, I worked in every department except for the deli and worked as an assistant in a couple of the departments. That led me into food line, where I went on to be a perishable manager, managing a third of the whole store. Then I left there and started my career with Department of Corrections, where I'm employed at now. 2009, left the Department of Corrections, family issues. Had to get my family back together. Things were bad. We had separated, but things got fixed, things got better, and we got back together. I returned to the department in 2013, and I've been there ever since. I'm now a chaplain with the department. I was a sergeant when I left in 2009, came back into security. Now I'm a chaplain, trained to be a senior chaplain. I have a goal in that to be the first chaplain to ever become an assistant warden. My goal and career goal, and the reason I'm pursuing the degree that I'm pursuing, is to become a warden with the Department of Corrections. That's kind of my work history, my career goals all wrapped in one. I don't expect to stop there, and I don't expect it to be easy either. I want to be able to move into those positions, but also learn everything I can on the way up. That's kind of how I feel that things should be. You should learn everything you can through everything you're doing, so that in your next spot you're hitting the ground running. You don't have to have time to just sit there and spin your wheels and learn something you should have already known. That's how I envision things should be. When you train for a job, when you work a job, you should know what you're doing when you get the position you're trying to get. Part of the goal of getting a position is learning about that position. It's part of a good thing for a manager to have, a good thing for a leader to have. It's that kind of a drive to where I know what my next step's going to be. I know what I'm supposed to do in that next step. Just in a way of kind of closing out this video, I want to kind of go over where my heart is as far as leadership goes. It's very easy for someone to be a manager. Management's not hard, not in the way I see it. It's easy to tell people what to do and to stay on top of them and make sure it's done. But the difficult thing is leading them to get the job done. Sometimes in a management role you have to be a leader. You have to be a true leader and show true leadership. I have a sign up in my office at work that shows the difference between management and leadership. Management shows the man sitting on top of a chariot with a group of men pulling him to a destination. He's pointing them where they need to go. Leadership is him in the front pulling that same chariot, showing them where they need to go, leading them to that spot. And that's how I see the difference between management and leadership. There's nothing wrong with being a manager, but to be a good manager, to be a good supervisor, you must be a good leader. A leader meaning you get in the front and you take the steps before anybody else takes them. And when we're children, we learn to play a game called Follow the Leader. And that's how I see that we should be as leaders. When we're in management positions, when we're in supervising positions, those in our subordinates should be able to look to us for everything they need so that they understand where they're going. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Allan Thornton, and I thank you so much.